teams are trained to handle objection. Now that framing is wrong. And objections assumed a misunderstanding. It assumes that they just need clarification. It assumes logic will solve it. But in high-stake deals, though, that is rarely what's happening. Now, you're not facing objections. You're facing antagonists. And antagonists, they don't want to be convinced. They want to protect something. An antagonist isn't a villain. They aren't being emotional or irrational. They're protecting exposure, like the budget exposure, the political exposure, or the operational exposure. So when someone stalls or introduces a new concern late in the deal, that is not confusion. That is risk containment. And if you treated risk containment like a simple objection, you will make it worse, because persuasion increases the perceived risk, and persuasion works when someone is unsure. It fails when someone is protecting. And think about it. If a stakeholder believes that approving your deal could create a downside for them, more data does not reduce fear. More pressure does not reduce that fear. And it amplifies it, because now they feel cornered, and cornered people defend a lot harder. Now, this is the exact moment that you should stop trying to win and need to neutralize what's going on there. Confrontation says, you're wrong. Neutralization says, how do we reduce your exposure? So you don't defeat antagonists, you reposition the terrain, and sometimes that means reducing the scope or changing the sequence or creating that shared accountability. So you're not changing their mind, you're changing the risk landscape. And when the exposure drops, that resistance drops too. And this is where most training collapses, because it assumes ego. While these stakeholders, they aren't protecting ego, they're protecting the downside. Now, if you don't see that, you'll keep arguing, you'll keep escalating, and they'll keep stalling. Now, antagonists are not objections. They are governors, and governors, they don't respond to persuasion. They respond to safety.